Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Terry Gaudette, and I will be reporting on a landmark special education law case that helped to guide the process of providing a free, appropriate public education for students with disabilities in our country. This case is noted as the Hendrick-Hudson District Board of Education versus Rowley, dates back to 1982. The opposing parties were the Board of Education of the Hendrick-Hudson Central School District in Westchester County and Amy Rowley by her parents. Amy Rowley was a deaf student in the Furnace Woods School, part of the Hendrick-Hudson Central School District in Peekskill, New York. She was placed in a regular classroom setting in her kindergarten year. She was an excellent lip reader, and she had an IEP that required that she have an FM hearing aid that would be utilized by her teacher and peers to communicate with her. The school district also provided a teletype machine that was used to communicate with her deaf parents. The school staff that worked with Amy also took sign language courses. Amy had a successful kindergarten year, but upon entering first grade, her parents requested that the district provide a sign language interpreter for her. They felt that she was unable to access the general curriculum entirely, as she was missing out on things that were being discussed in her classroom environments. When the district's Committee on the Handicapped denied their request, they demanded a hearing with an independent examiner whose conclusion was in favor of the school district based on Amy's success in school without an interpreter. Her parents then took their case to the district court, citing their daughter was being denied a free, appropriate public education. The district court ruled in favor of her parents, and the school district subsequently filed an appeal with the Supreme Court. In this case, the Free Appropriate Public Education, or FAPE, component of the Education of the Handicapped Act, or EHA, now IDEA, comes into question. The question in this case was how much support from the school district was sufficient under the Act. The core issue of the law was the language concerning whether FAPE should include assistance that allows the special education student to reach his or her full potential, or if it means the child should benefit from services provided by the district. The court's reasoning in this case by Judge William Rehnquist argued that the Second Circuit Court misinterpreted the language of the EHA. He maintained that the terms of the law that were ignored by the district court were the definitions of a free, appropriate public education, special education, and related services. Judge Rehnquist concluded that the EHA lacked the standard outlining the level of education that was to be provided to special education students, in addition to whether it was required to enable the student to reach his or her full potential. The Supreme Court reversed the district court's decision with a 6-3 majority. Clifford and Nancy Rowley, Amy's parents, appealed the Supreme Court's decision, but lost and gave up their fight a year after the case was decided. This case brought to the forefront a discussion of the interpretation of the language of IDEA and of FAPE. The language of this law is vague, and likely purposefully so. This enables each case to be decided and examined individually. What seems to be contradictory is that while Amy's family was denied an interpreter in New York, she was afforded one when her family moved to New Jersey. In the words of Clifford Rowley, Amy's father, the difference between the two districts was attitude. Thank you.